Hi, this is Tutoring for You again, and once again I'm here to talk to you about using your textbook more effectively. So you might have already seen my other video, which will be linked at the end, about searching in an online textbook. This time I want to talk to you about the parts of the textbook that you'll find within a chapter. This is true for print textbooks and online textbooks. So it's not important you can read the words right now. Right now you need to see the shape and positions of the boxes. Later I'll zoom in or read the words to you. So at the beginning of a chapter, you might see an entire page devoted to a title. Or you might see a title at the top of the page like this. Either way, the chapter title tells you what the chapter is going to be about. So for instance, if you're using a grammar textbook and you need to know things about subject-verb agreement, there could be a chapter on subject-verb agreement. At the beginning of the chapter, it's also very possible that you'll see a chapter overview, or at the beginning of each lesson, you might see a lesson overview. The overview tells you what that lesson is going to be about. So in this case, I'll read it out loud in case you can't see the words, but I can zoom in too. In this case, the overview of today's lesson says, today we'll be talking about using your textbook effectively. We'll cover headings, page numbers, images, and content. You also might see, instead of or in addition to an overview, a list of objectives. Objectives are things that you should be able to do after you read the lesson. So the overview is what you'll talk about in the lesson, and the objectives are what you should be able to do by the time the lesson is over. After this lesson, you should be able to locate information by page number, locate information by heading, understand the purpose of images in a textbook, and understand what content means. Or, to put it in simpler language, you should be able to find things if I give you the page number. You should be able to use the headings on the page that I'll show you in order to find the information you're looking for. You should know why there are pictures in a textbook and why it can be important to look at them. And you should know what the word content means. Something else that you might see somewhere in your chapter is a section like this next to the text somewhere. It might have a link, or if it's an e-textbook, it might have things you can click like this that takes you to an online resource to learn more about a topic. The section will probably be called something like Learn More. Every single chapter in your textbook is going to have content. Content are the main words of the textbook. It's the paragraphs of writing that gives you information. Within the content, you can also find headings. Here's the main heading for this section, using your textbook well. So when I see this main heading, I know that this whole section is about using my textbook well. Meaning if I have a homework question that asks about using my textbook well, the answer is probably in this section. Then I see some smaller headings here that are in bold print. And they're called Why It's Important, How to Do It, and Check Your Learning. So when you're looking for information or approaching a new chapter, it's always helpful to look at the headings first to know what's where. In this case, this first paragraph here will tell us why it's important to use your textbook well. The second paragraph here will tell us how to use your textbook well. And this final paragraph here will help us check our learning about using our textbook well. So I'm going to zoom in and go ahead and read these to you. So using your textbook well is important for a number of reasons. It helps you be sure that you don't miss anything while you're reading. It also enables you to find information, such as vocabulary words, more quickly. Saving time is important. Finally, it increases your understanding of the material. So why it's important: to find information, like for your homework, to make sure you don't miss anything while you're reading, and to understand what you read. Using the parts of your textbook well is important for those reasons. And then how to do it. To use your textbook well, you should pay attention to a number of things. Headings tell you what a section is about, while chapter titles give you the topic of the entire chapter. Overviews provide a summary, while Learn More sections give resources to better understand the topic. Objectives show you what you should learn in a unit, and images give you more information on the topic visually. So in this case, we do have an image down here. These statistics are made up. They're not real statistics. But it's the percentage of students who use their textbooks well in each quarter. So you can see that first quarter has the most students using their textbooks well, second quarter has the second most, third quarter the third most, and fourth quarter the fourth most. This gives you some background information, and also would be used to answer a homework question that asked something like, during what quarter do students use their textbooks the most effectively? So it's time to check your learning. At this point, you should be able to answer these questions. First, what does a heading tell you? Second, what does an image show you? Third, what are objectives? Fourth, what does an overview tell you? Fifth, where is the page number? And sixth, what does the title tell you? If you want, you can pause this video and try to answer those on your own, or even type your answers into the comments. If you haven't paused the video and you want to keep listening, I'm now going to give you the answers. So number 1, a heading tells you what the section it's above is about. An image usually shows you more information about the topic that you're reading about. Objectives tell you what you should learn in that section. An overview tells you what will be talked about in that section. A page number I haven't shown you. It's often in the lower left-hand or right-hand corner. In this case, it's in the lower left-hand corner, but it can also be at the top somewhere. So you're looking for a page number usually at the top and bottom of the page. And then what does the title tell you? It tells you what the chapter is about. So I hope that was helpful.